We are MindWise. Our vision is to empower people to live their best lives in a world where we believe mental health and well-being are everyone's business. MindWise has 120 staff and 80 volunteers running 32 services across Northern Ireland. In 2021, we supported over 12,000 people in Northern Ireland affected by mental ill health. That number is only going to grow. With this in mind, we have developed our strategic plan in partnership with our members, clients, staff, volunteers, partners, commissioners and funders. In the years to come, we will strengthen client engagement along with trauma-informed and rights-based practices. We will develop our early intervention and prevention activities based on a life cycle approach to mental health and well-being. What's most important to us at MindWise are the values we live by. We have created these in partnership with our members and clients in response to their negative experiences of a broken mental health service. We value passion
instead of indifference,
respect
instead of humiliation,
empathy
instead of apathy,
togetherness
instead of isolation,
openness and transparency
instead of secrecy.
Our members and clients told us what they needed. When we began working in this way, living these shared values in our daily lives, we witnessed transformational change. That's why we are so committed to it, because we know it works. Listening to and involving our clients and members in everything we do is the best wise move we have ever made. This is WiseMoves, our year-long filmmaking project run in partnership with Belfast-based filmmaking charity ASC Films. We have produced a series of short films to give a 360-degree overview of MindWise, capturing stories of resilience learned from our journey through COVID. 8 of our volunteers, clients, staff and board members shared their own wise moves during COVID to help others on their recovery journey. For our Wise Moves film series, we created a special project team made up of members and clients, volunteers, staff, board members and carers. Since MindWise stands for lived experience and co-production, we wanted to put these values into action, involving this team in all stages of the filmmaking process. The team met regularly over the year, helping to steer the project and providing valuable feedback on the films. The films you're about to see will tell you about MindWise in all its different aspects.
family-wise,
creativity-wise,
work-wise, volunteer-wise,
money-wise,
housing-wise,
advocacy-wise,
skills-wise,
values-wise.
My name is Jane Wright and I'm the People Director for MindWise. MindWise have 5 values: passion, empathy, respect, togetherness, openness and transparency. The values are incredibly important to us as an organisation. We talk about living our values, and really what we mean by that is we want our values to be lived and breathed by everyone in this organisation, from the top down, bottom up. We talk about living our values because they are so intrinsically important to who we are as an organisation. There are guiding principles that keep us on the right track and make sure that everything we do is to ensure that our clients can live their best lives despite the issues that they may face, and also that this is a place where our staff actually want to work. It's a great place for them to work, because actually if you share our values, then this is a really wonderful place for you to work.
Togetherness, whenever you're using it within a service, supports a client and helps them feel listened to, valued, and also that their opinions are the ones that matter, that they are the ones that we are trying to support. They also will feel respected and listened to, and also it allows that person to then be able to open up and share with you their experiences and then gives you the insight of that client and how best you could work with them.
My name's Tom Hare. I'm currently chairman of the board of trustees for MindWise. Lived experience is an important attribute, really, so that you can understand what service users need, what their problems are, what their difficulties are, and what the difficulties that carers face, what they are. Otherwise, you've no real appreciation.
Respect's important, that we all want to be treated with respect. We all want to be treated with compassion. We all want to be treated with kindness. And I think if you can give one person one thing, is treat them with kindness, respect and compassion.
One of the key values for MindWise is openness and transparency. And as somebody who on the board and having my own experience of mental health difficulties at times, it's reassuring to know that there is that understanding that exists, and that it's a way of relating to each other, and it's a way of relating to anybody who uses a MindWise service.
I feel togetherness can only be linked in by personal experiences, because people always achieve the outcome that they're wanting to when they work together. Nobody works alone. There is no I in team.
Respect gives a person confidence, it can give a person good self-esteem, and it makes them know that they're valued.
Lived experience is so important, because that's where the real heart of it lies. That's the core of the experience, and that's what can inform the wider organisation. That's what can inform MindWise. Because everyone is a stakeholder. Every person that MindWise supports is then a stakeholder and is feeding into the organisation. And with their new strategy, it's a theme that runs through the core of it, is the lived experience and the centering of the personal experience at the heart of everything.
Well, we have an external charter mark which we're incredibly proud of. It's the Gold IIP Award, Investors in People Award. But to be truthful, although that's a real endorsement of what we're doing, and part of it is about how we live our values, we would actually be doing that anyway, because it's so important for us to do. And we think it's important to start with living your values right from entry point right through. So for us, how we do that is we do values-based interviewing, but we also set out our stall to say, this is who MindWise are, and if you share our values, we want you to come and work for us. And one of the ways that we've been doing that creatively recently is we've actually been involving our clients. We've been going out and about and asking our clients, what does it mean when our staff actually live our values day to day? What difference does it make with them? People have said that our staff just really model what our values are. That they've told us that they feel valued, they feel listened to and respected, and just how they walk with them in really difficult times in their lives. It's one of the most wonderful things for me as the HR people director has been to see at times then how that journey can follow through. That people who have started our organisation as clients and then have developed into volunteers, and then actually how some of those people have actually gone on into not only into employment but into employment with MindWise, and are now actually passing on the stuff that they have learnt and just the intrinsic values that they have to our clients, and giving them, I think, hope that this could be me. It's not necessarily right for every client, but it's wonderful to see that this is an organisation that actually nurtures that hope. And this is an organisation where our clients can grow and continue to be a part of in their journey. We have lots of opportunities. We provide care in lots of different shapes, forms and sizes. And we would love people to explore the possibilities of coming and either working for us or volunteering for us. And it doesn't matter whether you've got lived experience, don't let that be a barrier, because we're an organisation that will use that to our advantage. And you will gain from it and we will gain from it. So what we're asking is, if you feel that you have the values that are aligned to MindWise's values, because that's at our core what we want. We want volunteers and staff to come to work for us who are aligned to our values. We can teach and support and train you to do whatever you want to do. If you've had barriers in the past, come and have a chat with us. Look at our website, there's lots of opportunities, and I think you'll find something that would hopefully fit you if you feel that you have the values that match our organisation. If you'd like more information about the opportunities we have, there's a wealth of information on our website. Please feel free to get in touch with us at any time. If you want to speak to someone, if you just leave a message, someone will definitely get back to you. But hopefully you'll find something on our website that might interest you, and we look forward to maybe working with you in some capacity in the future.
My name is Michelle Loughearn and I manage the Mental Health and Money Advice Service within MindWise. We're a telephone-based service. Our aim is to help those who are vulnerable with the complexities of welfare benefits, debt or financial difficulties that they have, and their mental health. I work with a team of advisors, and our goal ultimately is to put those people in a better place. For me, the wise move for the project was really being a telephone service prior to COVID hitting. We had the facilities in place for working from home. We had the technology, we had the needs that we needed, the GDPR, the confidential ways of keeping materials. So that was all in place before COVID hit. And it meant that at a time when people were really unsure of what was happening and where to turn, we were there to be able to help them. Our main objectives is trying to dissolve the stigma of mental health and the feelings of stigma that are around debt and people not wanting to talk about them. So for us, you know, the perfect scenario for us would be to bring those people into a place where they feel safe, they feel protected, they feel that they're getting the right advice, they are given the knowledge that what they're being told is correct and this is what will happen. Because sometimes the reason people bury their heads is because they're thinking of a worst case scenario that might never happen. The first thing people think about is courts and ultimately prisons. But there's an awful lot of things that's not true, and the facts do put people back in control. We want our clients to feel protected. We want to give them a holistic approach to the advice, make sure they get good advice, they understand the advice that they're getting, and not let go of them until they're ready to go forward in a fit enough state of mind with what they need to do.
Well, I had been unwell for quite a while, and things had just sort of spiralled out of control, and I got referred to a CPN, psychiatrist and stuff. My CPN basically had a list of things she thought might help. One of them was taking the pressure off me, money-wise, debt and stuff. So she referred me on to MindWise. I got speaking to Nuala, and Nuala and me were in contact just the whole time. It was always just the one advisor, which made it a lot easier then, that you were just speaking to the one person. And if I needed anything at all or needed to know anything, I just contacted Nuala. She was great. Being unwell, it can happen to anybody at any time. So definitely by all the debts piling up and getting help, that was definitely a weight off my shoulders. Whenever she contacted me to tell me that the matters had been resolved, we'd actually got somewhere, I felt such a relief.
To put people's minds at ease, anything that they tell us is confidential. Our clients are vulnerable, they have histories of maybe what has happened to them in the past, and we do our best to provide that confidential place of safety where they can speak to us in confidence and knowing that we're not going to do them any harm.
Well, I was an emotional wreck. I couldn't cope. I was crying. I basically just wanted to get into bed and not get out of it. I didn't really want to live. In my way of thinking was that if I did get the loan, I would pay the person back that I got it off, and then it wouldn't be 3 people I was paying, it would only be the one lump sum. But when all my money was took out, I had about £5 left. I didn't know what to do, and having so little money left and where I was going to get the next pound from, I didn't know where to turn. I just couldn't deal with it, and I wish I had have met you sooner or got in contact with you sooner.
They will deal with no one else. They will deal just with that advisor. So we have one advisor to one client right through that client journey. And well, we're quite unique because there isn't anyone else doing that. Our advisors are qualified in debt, mental health and benefits. So they have the experience and the qualifications to do holistic advice and support with the client. And we will spend whatever time is needed until they're in a place where we feel that we've done what we can, they've taken on board what's needed to be done, and ultimately the best possible outcome for us is that we're leaving that person in a better place.
If you do need help, get in touch with Michelle or anybody from MindWise. Don't think twice about doing it. They're there to help and they're fantastic.
I do feel like a lot of people are maybe embarrassed or ashamed to go and seek help if they're in debt, but you should never be, because it can happen to anybody at any time, and just knowing that there's someone there that can help you to ease that bit of pressure, for me it was the best thing I done, yeah.
What I like to say is that if you or someone you care for needs help with money, debt or benefits, please call our mental health and money advice service on our free phone number 0808 80 10 373 and choose Northern Ireland. Please get in touch with us. We can help you.
I think creativity helped a lot during COVID because it kept people occupied, kept their minds off of things, and it gave them a sense of achievement.
Creativity would help me to focus on what I'm doing, but not what I'm thinking. You know, you're relaxed, you're focused on what you're doing, and you're enjoying yourself.
If I'm singing, I feel like I have a purpose.
During COVID, people were very fearful. They had lost the sense of community because they had lost that every day coming to the service, seeing their friends, because MindWise is like a family. And unfortunately, we went from face-to-face support, then we had to use telephone support. Initially, it was just, hi, how are you doing, to 70 odd people. And then we started to encourage people to take up skills, take up new skills or skills that they already had, to try and to encourage them to keep themselves busy, keep their minds occupied, and keep their minds off of what was happening in the world, because they were quite fearful.
During COVID restrictions, what we decided to do was set up online workshops, and we were making up different packs so that I could run these different activities. So myself and some of my colleagues were meeting here in MindWise Ballyclare Resource Centre. We were doing up packs for, say, painting, ceramics, things like that there. And you're talking in the region of between 70 to 90 packs. And then staff was going out in their cars and delivering these packs to the individuals' homes during COVID, so that they could then link in and do this activity online. But also for those that didn't have access online, we also developed then a bit of a worksheet that would teach them then how to be able to do that same craft themselves at home without having to worry about getting online.
What I did was we were doing phone support. So when I was talking to the clients who would have been in the music group, I would have asked them, do you need any new songs? Do you need anything to work on? And then they would tell me what they were after. I would print it out at home and then post it out to them. Or then whenever we started doing the deliveries, just deliver it to their door. So that way we're all keeping in touch and still creating, but just not together.
Creativity really has helped with quite a lot of our clients. Jane, one of our service users, she done some makeup demonstrations and they were put onto Facebook, and that gave her a fantastic sense of achievement. It's a thing that she wanted to do. So now MindWise have Jane's face on Facebook for MindWise, and she just loves that sense of achievement that she's got there. It's gave her a sense of pride that she's managed to give back something to the people that have helped her so much.
Creativity, I mean, obviously you've got photography, but also there's reading groups, there's mental health groups, you've walking groups, and that's all. You create in different areas where people can get involved in. And it's you've knitting, you've sewing, crafts. We have a crafts group here on a Tuesday morning before the photography. And again, that's them creating things. They were doing clay things last week. And again, it's just using the mind and just being what you want to do with that. You're given a task, you do it. And to see what to do, you know, it's great.
You can see somebody coming in and they might be having a bad day, and we'll start, and you can see the mood changing as you play. You can actually hear, we had a violin player, and you could hear her mood get better. The notes will get clearer, and it will get louder, you know, and then there'll be more feeling going to it. You know, it's fascinating, really.
The impact that I have saw that this group has had on clients has been really positive. It has made people realise that they can still keep in touch with other people. They don't have to be isolated or be on their own, that there are provisions and services out there that they can still adapt and be involved with.
In terms of mental health, creativity, I think, can help you with your mind and help you explore of how you're actually feeling within yourself and how you can express that in some way, in some words or arts or any musical form.
I started doing my gardening a bit. It gives me that bit of, well, it gives me exercise and it gives me fresh air and that. And it seems to lift you inside.
Creativity is good for mental health because it explores regions and areas that you haven't investigated before. It definitely helps you as a person knowing that you've created something at the end of the day.
I love MindWise. I've always enjoyed MindWise and the stuff that we do, and it gives me something to look forward to each time I come.
The essence of what it is to be a creative person is something that I find overwhelmingly powerful in a way to enhance what I've been going through over the years. And with that creativity, I have grown with that creativity into a much more rounded person, and a person, in fact, that feels respected and accepted. And I'm just completely enjoy the whole process because we have the community, and then we have our own sense of expression. And for me, that expression is increased and enhanced by the people here.
Another example of creativity is another client, Hazel. I taught her how to knit a baby blanket. She already was an experienced knitter, but she wanted to learn something new. So luckily, just before lockdown, Hazel learned how to knit baby blankets, and even her own staff who support her and her family encouraged her during COVID to knit, because it was something that took her to a better place and improved her mental health. So both Jane and Hazel are great examples of how creativity transforms lives.
It's helped me be creative. It's helped me be, to make me feel good about myself. And then, when we were going through a bad situation, I wanted to make people feel good and I wanted to make myself feel good. So and I just thought it was a coping method to do. I would say it would be mostly my superpower. Yes, without a shadow of a doubt.
I was 90 on the 15th of December. I was born on the 15th of the 12th, 31. Here, we don't call ourselves residents or tenants. We're all family. The secret to a happy life, I think, is helping people.
My name's Kevin Doherty. I work for MindWise Belfast Resource Centre as a community mental health worker. So I made the film Fragments as a title to reflect my understanding of my diagnosis of paranoid schizophrenia. I would say that MindWise has given me the opportunity to turn stigma into service.
My name is Teresa Majuri. I live here in Belfast with my husband and my 2 grown-up children who are both on the autistic spectrum. I have been caring for one of my children for the past 6 or 7 years. Lived experience is key to this culture change because we are the experts. We are the people who know what it's like, and it's about time people started listening to us. MindWise are listening, and I'm very appreciative of this opportunity to be a board member with MindWise.
Hi, I'm Hazel. I have suffered from depression for many years and have always been told by occupational therapists to try to keep myself busy, and one of my favourite ways of doing this is knitting. I can honestly say that by knitting these baby blankets, it has helped me to get through lockdown and also was an enjoyable thing to do.
MindWise helped with my mental health quite a lot. It helped me through all my rough times. MindWise move was singing. I got more confident and more active with trying to remember words, remembering songs and other tunes. And it's just singing really helps me to relax, and I feel like I have a purpose. I'm actually smiling. I'm very proud of myself for doing this interview.
While I was involved in the university course, I'd noticed the MindWise add-on for a volunteer photographer, and I applied for that, and then eventually got the call and had the interview. This is something that we may not live through again, so I thought, I need to document this. I got the camera out and I went round town documenting. I saw emptiness and loneliness and isolation and desolation for everybody. MindWise are so focused. They are so focused, so they are, and I think the clients do benefit from it. It's just a brilliant organisation, and I think the work is terrific what they're doing.
I was under pressure in life. I was suffering from depression, and I needed a space to get me back on the road again. It was like home from day one. It was lovely. That's what MindWise has given me.
There's a tsunami of mental health issues coming with the aftermath of COVID and a major cost of living crisis. We will be there to support those in need, but we need the resources to do it. If you believe in harnessing the power of lived experience to co-create a value-driven mental health service to transform lives, support us to make it happen. You can find out more at www.mindwisenv.org.